nicotine addiction gets its claws into you. They get in pretty deep.
Vaping literally only takes 1 or 2 hits and you're in it.
Addiction makes money, and it'll be too late by the time people are warned about it. Something needs to happen now, and I think it just needs to be us doing it ourselves. I'm 20 and I started vaping when I was 17.
I started vaping when I was 20.
14.
17.
My brother started vaping at 12.
I'm trying to quit, and I know it's not like a linear thing.
I started vaping when I was 17.
And I would probably hit it like 100 times a day at least.
It was like an instant hit for me. The cartoons, the imagery.
Bright colours.
Flashing lights.
Enticing pictures and packaging. Everyone's comparing flavours.
Blackberry, cherry.
You know, strawberry, mango,
Chocolate, fried chicken.
Yeah, I went back to Fiji for 2 months to stop vaping. When I came back, being around it, seeing it, I couldn't hold it. I'm broke, yeah. When I don't have my vape, I just go crazy. Like, I don't know, I flip my whole house looking for it. Yeah, just panicking, I guess.
So I played soccer all my life. Right before I get out of the car for training, I'd have a puff. I feel like you're letting down your team because you're not looking after your health.
it just gets more and more appealing to kids.
After school, a lot of kids would go to like convenience stores to buy lollies or snacks, and then there's vapes right there as well. So it's kind of a segue to it.
Younger people are vulnerable.
It's quite taboo, honestly, to talk about it.
And I feel like this is a good way to start that conversation, which is what we want.
I'm a nurse, so it's really hypocritical of me. I'm telling people to look after themselves, but I can't look after myself. Vaping has had a really negative influence on me. I've just seen it affect my family, my sister vapes as well. I see a lot of people struggling. Nicotine is so much more addictive than I thought.
I'm not a vapor, and saying no for me, it was definitely a challenge at first, but I have those boundaries. We don't know how it's going to impact us in the long term. Seeing my girlfriend struggle with her vaping addiction has been really, really difficult. She's had a lot of symptoms. Her mood is changing all the time. She's been coughing, but it's really been a journey that I've been trying to support her on.
I wanted to be part of this film just to, be a step in the right direction, I guess. Try, warn people.
We're starting to see more young people who are stepping forward and sharing their stories, but we need to take some more serious action.
Nicotine addiction will die when you stop using it and you tell it to die. If you're ready to do that, then you'll succeed, you know?
Nobody warned us about vaping, so it's our responsibility to warn others.
If you haven't already started, just don't, it's not worth it.
The best time to stop vaping is your first time.
I just hope there's more awareness and facts that are getting promoted to everyone, because there's just no talk about it.
You save money when you don't vape, but your health matters more.
It's definitely important that young people have a platform.
It's up to our generation to sort of tackle this problem because we're the most affected by it.
Alrighty, we are here at the 2024 UNCLOUD Victorian Country Short Course Championships, about to get underway for day 2. This is session 3. Diving into the water now, we begin with event 48, the women's 200-metre butterfly. Just the 2 heats in this very challenging event this morning. It is 8 grueling laps of fly. Turns ever so important here as the girls in heat 1 get on their way. In lane 3 we have Sienna Hunt, lane 4 Asha Chalmers, and lane 5 Summer Morgan. The 200 butterfly, all about finding a nice rhythm, getting plenty of oxygen, and really good consistency. As we watch Asha Chalmers come in at the 100-metre mark, halfway through, she'll turn in a 1:13.23. Asha opting to breathe every second stroke. You'll notice some of the other athletes in the pool breathing every stroke. That's just going to come down to their training, depending on what they are more comfortable with. So Asha there turning for her final 50 of this 200-metre butterfly. She's looked great from start to finish, keeping that rhythm going. At this point in the race, you can probably expect those lungs to be absolutely burning. But this is a super strong swim from her out of heat 1. Remember, we do swim timed finals here at the Victorian Country Short Course Championships, which means it doesn't matter what heat you're in, your time is eligible for one of those medals. As she comes down under the flags, the wall in sight, it will be Asha Chalmers of South Gippsland Bass taking out heat 1 in a time of 2:38.04. Second onto the wall, Summer Morgan, 2:47.64. And then Sienna Hunt in third, 2:49.43. Girls in heat 2 in the water now. Great start in lane 4 from Nicole Briscoe. Also going out quickly was Ava Candy on the other side of the pool. A lot of these athletes competed yesterday over the 2 sessions. Some heavy programs here at Country Short Course Championships. It's an absolutely massive weekend of racing here at the Gippsland Regional Aquatic Centre. Our short course season, 25-metre pools. So twice the amount of turns, looking at those skills becoming such an important factor in these races. Hundred-metre turn and Nicole Briscoe just narrowly in front of Ava Candy. Both girls turning in a time of 1:08. The second half of these 200s is where we see those more endurance specialists starting to push through. Third 50, ever so important. We talk about it a lot. as our premiership quarter. You can make up a lot of ground here as the other athletes start to tire. We'll see Jessie Steinman in lane 3, closing that gap just a little bit, as is Sarah Steinman in lane 5. And Ava Candy just shifted herself into the lead on that third 50. And absolutely surging down lap 7. She's got 125 metre to go, now 1 full arm stroke in front. She's looking fantastic down this final 25. Ava Candy going to be hard to beat as she comes down under the flags here. Jessie making a bit of a move on Nicole. She might get her hands on the wall in front. Not quite. So it'll be Ava Candy of Ballarat there, 222.25. Nicole Briscoe in second, 223.71. And Jessie Steinman in third, 223.84. We move along now to event 49. This is the men's 400 metre freestyle. The 400s are our longest events on the country short course program. So we have a 400 free and a 400 individual medley.
So they've merged the first 2 heats, and that means that they've been able to merge them into 1 heat altogether. That's going out pretty fast, 29 points. That's going out pretty fast, 29 points. I don't think they're pacing themselves this morning. They must be feeling good.
Yeah, a lot of athletes would have had a nice recovery last night. Hopefully they weren't up like I was watching the water polo team until about 1 a.m.
Yes, that's like me too. I'm a bit bleary-eyed because one sport leads into another. The women's 1500, she got a silver.
So our 400, a few different strategies involved in this race. You will have a couple of our more 100, 200 metre specialists pushing it out in the first half, and then we'll see those 4, 8, 1500 metre guys coming through in the second half. It's also a more consistent race, looking for even splits throughout, that first 200 being quite similar to their second 200, whereas some of our speedier, sprintier athletes will probably drop off that little bit in the second half. So we'll expect to see a little bit of a shift throughout this race, but the boys are setting it up nicely here as they come down into the turn for the first 200 metres.
Yeah, it's always good to be able to pace against somebody. So if there's 2 of you, you know, it's always good to be able to, you know, have someone to partner with. And then I guess it's just like any race. It all depends on the last 50 who can sprint it out.
So we've got a couple of our youngsters in this race who have led us through here. Jacob Riches of Geelong and Maximilian Brocklesby of South Gippy Bass there. Your leaders early on here.
Well, yes, the younger you are, the less experience, and sometimes that can be an advantage. You just think, well, I'm going to swim my own race and I'm going to go for it, rather than sort of planning it out. So I think these boys are, you know, you've got to be brave, really, because you never know how you can swim. You don't know what you're capable of, and you've got to test yourself, I think.
And these youngsters are really resilient and great at bouncing back. So after a hard day of racing yesterday, they'll be fired up and ready to go for day 2 here. As we see Jake just shift himself out into the lead as the boys come down here.
Yeah, he's in the middle lane, so he's able to look to both sides and kind of control the race, even though the other boys are with him. But let's see if he's got that pure back end as we come up to 300 metres and see what happens down the last 50. It's a lovely day here in Traralgon. Beautiful, nice and warm, really, you know, lovely conditions. The swimmers can warm up outside in the second pool. Yeah, it's a fantastic facility.
Boys here turn just for their final 50 now. You can see those legs starting to come into the race here. Hear those coaches on the sidelines giving them a bit of a cheer along as we come down at final 25 metres for Jake. Final 25 metres for Max.
Yeah, he's controlled this really well, hasn't he?
And into the wall here. And
yeah,
he's actually just miscounted his laps.
Well, do you know what, though? Isn't that good that he's done too many?
I'm not sure how his coaches will feel about that one.
No, but at least he's touched with his feet so they get a time, but they actually have done too many instead of too few. And the thing...
Now, I do make a bit of a joke sometimes that my boys tend to not pay attention to what they're doing and just copy one another.
It's
and
true.
That's kind of what's going on here.
And he's gone, and he's keeping going. He's going to do the 800. He might think it's the 800. Now,
There's no 800 at this competition, so I wonder if the boys, sometimes for our longer distance races, we do have a whistle that blows with 2 laps left to go. A lot of confusion here at the Gippsland Regional Aquatic Centre early on today.
Well, I've seen it a few times in the 800 where they've done too few. In fact, Sam Short did that, our top Australian swimmer. But I don't think I've ever seen anyone do too many. So,
and not just by 2 laps, he did an extra 100 there. So
that's enthusiasm, isn't it?
That's a new one. I'm baffled. And the fact the others went with him.
Yeah, that's right. Because they probably would have second-guessed themselves, thinking, hold on, he hasn't stopped, and I'm sure it's 400. Because you did see the boy from South Gippsland Bass actually stop.
Yeah, and then go again.
Yeah, then he must have thought, oh no, I've miscounted.
So that was heat 1 of our 400-metre freestyle, or maybe 500-metre freestyle this morning.
See, does he lead? That's what I want to know. In training, does he lead, or does he go second and just rely on the leader of the lane?
I don't know, but I might grab him after this one and just have a bit of a chat and find out what was going on.
Yeah, do. Well, here we come for the first 100. I think we should count Kalia. That's definitely 100 there. It's true though, in training sometimes they do, you know, rely on the person leading the lane to do the counting and reading the clock and all that.
I was going to say earlier, this 400 is probably the most challenging event to count. It is 16 laps short course. So our event long course at 16 laps, we do have lap counters for. It's always been an interesting thing to me that short course we don't have it.
Yes. And
400
also,
metres, it's all up to you to count. There's a few different strategies that people can use to count. I mean, there's your old 16 down to 1 if you like to torture yourself. I prefer to break it down into 4 100s.
Here we come to 200, 2:05.88. Marley Sutherland there in lane 5 from Ballarat Gold. He's trying to hang on to lane 3. Zachary Sher from South Gippsland Bass. South Gippsland Bass and Geelong have had quite a few swimmers in this event, so they must do the training for these longer, harder events.
So just spoke to Jake to get a little bit of a lowdown on what happened. He told me he did lose count, and he thought he's much better off doing extra than getting in trouble for not doing enough. So
That's right, good on him.
both boys, Max and Jake, were in agreement that the 400 should definitely have lap counters.
Yeah, well, you're right there, Carly, and I never really thought about that, but when you have lap counters long course for 16 laps, why wouldn't you? And also, you're in a whole heap of pain, no matter what event it is. If you're really pushing yourself, counting sometimes just goes out the window when you are in pain.
There's definitely a lot of things to think about in these races. I mean, obviously, technique is going to be really important, making sure we hold water for the whole 16 laps, but also those turns. So each time you're approaching the wall, you're thinking about keeping your head down, that breath control, streamlines off. Every little piece is going to be important and play an important part in your overall time.
Yeah.
So when you start to think about all of those things and combine them, counting becomes the second part, or the second thing that's on your mind. And I do agree, you are better off swimming more than less. We
True.
have seen a few races where people will stop 50 metres early and be overtaken, and it's a lot harder to kind of regain that momentum when you've already come to a stop.
Well, Katie Ledecky, for example, you know, she was ahead in that women's 800, so she could have afforded to do a tumble turn and touch the wall. But if you want the world record, like Bobby Fink, he'd have missed that if he'd miscounted. So, you know, it depends on what the stakes are, I suppose. But these boys have done an excellent job. So lane 3, Zachary Shirar from South Gippsland Bass, 15. And lane 5, he's also 15, Marley Sutherland from Ballarat Gold. And then on the outside, in lane 8, William Elliott Warrnambool comes in for 3rd. All doing great big PBs there. So I bet they're glad they did count for that PB.
Yes, a lot better counting occurring in this heat.
But
A few
you know-
older athletes, so that
Yeah.
might make a little bit of a difference as well there. A bit more experience, they've raced it
Yeah.
a few more times.
But you know, in the 400 or at least an 800 long course, you've got longer time between turns, and that crunching up to do a turn, your abs are absolutely burning at that last turn. So
So we move along now. This is the 3rd and final heat of our men's 400 metre freestyle.
So Ash Nichols is in this again. So he's got a huge programme.
A lot of recurring athletes here.
Yeah. Tom Urquhart, he's done really well. And also Cameron Riccini, we've had some great races from them.
Yeah, and those are the boys who are putting it out quickly early on, both turning in 27s. So they're trying to set the pace here.
Yeah. Well, you either try and burn off your competition, as I would say, by getting ahead. There we go, lane 4. He looks really in control, Cameron Ricchini. You can see that he's breathing really low. But yeah, you can see he's breathing really low, so one goggle in, one goggle out of the water. You know, not overly turning his head, very efficient. So if you are going to breathe every 2 or breathe more, you have to make sure that it's really efficient, that you're just sneaking that breath in and getting your head back to the middle and not looking forward. You always have to be looking down to keep that really flat body position.
Yeah, that head position's an interesting one. We have seen some of our athletes at the Olympics who come from open water swimming or coming from that surf swim tend to have a much higher head position. When you are in the ocean, you do have to do a lot more looking forward. So you'll see their eyes a little bit higher when they race, but our pool athletes tend to look directly down at the bottom and try and keep that neutral spine, so that spine straight from top to the bottom.
Yeah, I don't think you'd been able to see the bottom of the Seine, would you, when they were swimming in that open water? Looked pretty murky to me, you know. So yeah, looking up's very important in open water swimming. One, for direction, because especially if there's a tide, you get, you know, if the tide takes you off course, you have to read the tide, don't you? But yeah, a really efficient stroke here for Cameron Ricchini, and he's commanding this 400 freestyle.
Yeah, we're used to seeing Cam come home really strong in races, so it's nice to see him actually laying down this 400 freestyle and really showing a lot of dominance early on.
Yes. Well, I think they're all feeling really good. We've seen some fantastic swimming and fast swimming here at Countries. And I think they're thinking, well, we're swimming well, let's take advantage of it and really push yourself to see what you can do. You know, if you're on a roll, just give it some.
The momentum is here and we are going to keep it moving today. As Cam turns for his final 50.
Yeah, he can get under 4 minutes here.
Definitely capable. He's turned at a 3:27.
That's a milestone for anyone, isn't it?
You can see he looks like he's just picked up that stroke rate a little bit. Beautiful, nice 6 feet kick all the way down. 10 meters left to go for Cameron as he comes down under the flags.
Wow.
Final breath with 5 meters left, and it's a 3:55.59 there. Pretty happy with himself, I think.
Yeah, I think he surprised himself there. He gave it that sort of look where, you know, he's like, wow, I didn't think I'd be going that quick.
Oliver McCormack finishing in second, 4:08.50. And then Tom finishes up in third, 4:11.23 for the boys.
So again, a bunch of PBs there. After yesterday's big program, you know, it doesn't hurt to do event after event. Sometimes you can get better and better.
And I definitely think those boys will be pretty happy to get that 400 over and done with this morning.
Yeah, I was just exhausted watching. Well, a big good morning this Sunday morning to everyone at home. We've got the Women's 100 Freestyle Multi-Class coming up next at these Victorian Country Championships in Traralgon. As I've said, an absolutely glorious day here. Lovely and sunny. So as we've mentioned before, it's really classification against classification because we have mixed classifications in this race from S19, S14 and S10 and S6. For example, the Paralympics, all the classifications are individual, so they don't mix up the classifications. But here, because of numbers, obviously we just have a mixed race. And it's all on the points. So 1,000 points is the world record for the event for their classification, the women in this. And the nearer you get to that, the more points you get. And the person who gets the most points, they eventually win the event. So not necessarily will the winner of this event or this race, will they really win at the event. But this is a great swim from Sarah Howe from Ballarat Gold. And then in lane 3, second, Evie Lee. She's from Geelong, only 14 years of age, the first of the S19s. Lane 6, Kayla Wilson. She's an S10, the same as Sarah Howe, who won. Then we have the second, Keris Nicholson. She's an S19, so she gets second in that category. Lane 2, Adele York, S19. She'll be bronze in that category. And then lane 1, Mackenzie Gibbs, S19. She will be 4th in the S19 category. Gemma Cook's coming in now in lane 8. She's the S6 category, so she is the winner of her category for this country championships. So fantastic race for all those girls, and again PBs across the board. So we've got the men's multi-class 100 freestyle, 3 swimmers. Blake Warren, S9, Max Bassett, S14, and Levi Jarrett, S19. Blake's from Traralgon and Max from Sale. Levi is South Gippsland Bass. That's the first 50. So these boys are battling it out, really battling it out. In lanes 4 and 5, Max Bassett from Sale and Levi Jarrett. It's neck and neck coming into this final turn. Oh, yes, and it's so close. But these boys aren't the same category. Max is S14, Levi's S19. So they'll both be a winner of their category. Great. Levi Jarrett, he wins that. He's 11 years old. South Gippsland Bass. Second, Max Bassett, he's 14 from Sale. And then Blake Warren's coming in down to this final half a lap. From Traralgon. Fantastic. Well done, those boys.
So the boys for Heat 2 of Event 51, the men's 100-metre freestyle multi-class in the water now. Quick start there from Riley Blitz in lane 4, not too far behind. Lane 5, Lockie Ballion. These boys looking to set some speedy swims this morning. And they're out pretty quickly, 27.3 for Riley, 30.2 for Lockie. .58.45 the time set by Riley this morning. Lockie 103.98. That's a nice drop from his entry time, so a personal best for Lockie Ballion there.
Yeah, that's fantastic this time of the morning. That's a huge PB for Lockie Ballion's 3 seconds. Max Chandler came in there. He's the youngest in this field, 12 years, lane 1. Bradley Doolan, seasoned professional, always gives his best. We've got the 11 and under girls. These 3 girls are all 10 years. Emily Chandler, she's from Wangaratta. Chloe Harvey-Brennan from Seymour. And Charlotte Renitz, she's from Ballarat Swimming Club. Lovely glides those girls are holding on their breaststroke. Even though you need to go fast on breaststroke, you must remember to hold your glide and stay in that base position. So it's swimming fast and racing, but not rushing. Very nice. What a masterclass of breaststroke from these 3 young girls. Beautiful technique. .49.38. A nice PB there from Chloe Harvey-Bredden from Seymour. Second. Well, some girls. Okay, heat 2. 6 swimmers. Max actually 5. We've had a withdrawal from lane 4. Great start from lane 6. Addison Henley from Ballarat Gold Swimming Club. Must touch with 2 hands simultaneously. And always remembering to do that breaststroke, pull out, or split stroke, as they call it here. Arms and then legs. You can do a butterfly kick once during that. But coming back from Hamilton Olympic Swimming Club, Alani Wedding. It's going to be close. Yes, Alani gets it. Lane 3, 47.41. Second, Addison Henley, just by a smidge, 47.79. And then lane 5, third, Penelope Roberts, Kangaroo Flat.
Heat 3 in the water for the girls, 11 and under, 50-metre breaststroke. Flying out in this first lap was lane 4. Taylor Lewanski of Surf Coast Swimming Club there. Very close between those 2 golden lanes in the centre of the pool, lanes 4 and 5.
Yeah, Stella McIntosh looks like she's stretching out, but it's very close. I don't think lane 4's going to let it go. For the Surf Coast, Taylor Lewanski. Yeah, it's just Taylor, but that's such a great time. 2-second PBs on a 50. So first, Taylor Lewanski. Second, Stella McIntosh, Bendigo East. And third, lane 1 on the outside, Camilla Menzies Lopez from Ballarat Gold. We have a Charlotte Marsh in this heat. Could be a relation, could it?
Potentially, as the girls are underway here, heat 4.
We've got a 9-year-old in this, Nellie Gray in lane 5. So
Outside lanes are really pushing here. Lane 8 there, Imogen Rocciglioli.
Yes, she's from Wangaratta, not far. Then we've got Claire Baker in lane 7. They're really pushing on. Oh, it's going to be close. Yes, wow.
The time of 43.82.
4 seconds. Wow.
Great work, Claire Baker from Ballarat GCO.
Heat 5. Those girls will have seen the times from before, from the heats before. Knowing the need to push on, but again, it's the outside lanes. Look at 7 and 8 go. Josie Ritchie from South Gippsland Bass and Zara Gilmore from Geelong. Yeah, they're really going for it. The problem is on breaststroke, you've got to look forward. So there's no way you should really be looking round. Now, when we get to the boys' event, you might see some of the boys look around, but it's gone back to the middle. We're in lane 2 now. Very exciting race. Ren Malone from Bendigo East takes it out, followed by lane 4, Addison Prout from Traralgon. Some fast swimming. Ren Malone. Oh, Georgie Kennett took that out. Wow.
It's a super quick reaction there from Millie Leah.
Yeah.
Of Geelong. She was off that block so fast.
Well, that's what it's all about. You've got to, you know, on a 50, there's no room for error.
Absolutely
got to get that,
not.
nail that start, nail your turn, the right point, really great pull out, and then a super finish on a full stroke.
Now Jordan Camfield looking super strong, just absolutely pulling away from the girls in this second 25. Sophie Lee of Kangaroo Flat tried to go with her, but Jordan has done enough there. Hands on the wall, 38.47 from lane 4. Sophie Lee in second, 39.91. And Millie picks up third, a time of 41.31.
Now here are the boys. Now let's see if we get any looking around, because the young boys, they usually do like to have a look, because they're real, you know, it's all about the win, isn't it? You can say, keep your stroke technique, keep doing this, do that, but it's all about the win for the boys.
I think any athlete, it's all about competition.
Yeah, it is.
These kids, you got to love doing it, but racing is always the fun part.
Oh, it is.
Training's the hard part, racing's the fun part.
Yeah, it is. I don't think anyone really loves training. I know that I did it to be able to race fast, you know, to get that feeling of adrenaline and, you know. So we're quite spread out. They won't really be able to see anyone. Nice turn. Both boys looked at each other there in lane 4 and 6. So in lane 4 we have Dylan Dixon from Wangaratta, and lane 6 Henry Arnott from Traralgon, he's 10. But it looks like Wangaratta's got it, yes. So, lane 4, Dylan Dixon, he takes it out. Second, lane 6, Henry Arnott. Third, Jude Harrison, Ballarat Gold. Nice clean starts from all of those boys, and very long underwater. And I don't mean long as in taking a long time, I mean nice long streamlining. So the most efficient way to get started. But we've got the outside lanes again. There must be something in lane 7 and 8 this morning. Maybe it's being next to the commentary team, I don't know. But no, Sonny Davis and Hayden Rawson. Sonny's from Warrnambool, Hayden's from Traralgon, he's only 10. And you know what? I think it could be the young man, the 10-year-old, who's going to take this out. And it is. Hayden does a 4-second PB, 46.46 to win. Lane 7, Sonny Davis. He's taken a second off. And in lane 5, 48.84, Phoenix Aldersley from Geelong. Well done, those outside lanes. You've got a lane, you've got a chance. Lane 1 just slapping his legs like they do at the Olympics. They do slap themselves a lot, the 50-metre freestyle men, which, you know, I think it's good if you can do it, but you don't want to beat yourself up. So heat 3 of 5. Lane 4, Darby Blackwell's wearing a Swim Vic hat, so that means he's swum for Victoria for the Australian schools.
Yeah, those Team Vic caps, they just competed up on the Gold Coast a couple of weeks ago.
You competed for Team Vic, didn't you, Carlia?
I sure did, loved it. Some of the best competition in my childhood. A lot of fond memories from Team Vic.
Well, he's really going for it. Look at that.
Ryder Telford there, Shepparton Swimming Club.
Very nice, 42.55. Second, lane 3, Caden Guns.
Yeah, I have to wonder, I thought lane 2 actually touched second there, so
yeah.
But the touchpad hasn't gone off, so we'll wait and see.
Well, we did have them changing those touchpads, didn't we, yesterday, a couple of times, so they can just have a glitch. They might change that if it keeps happening. But the backup timing will have come up.
But definitely no question about who has taken out heat 3 there.
Oh, I know. I wonder if he's just been up on the Gold Coast, because they have just had the Australian Schools Championships, haven't they?
Certainly might have been.
Well, he was certainly wearing his cap with pride there. So 2 more heats. So Riley set the benchmark there at 42. Let's see what these boys can do. And again we have Lynn, 7 and 8 up there.
Yeah, these outside lanes, and we tend to see when one of them starts to go for it, the guys around are going to pick up their pace.
Well, lane 2 as well. So we've got Bailey Stone there from Bendigo Hawks. And then next to him in 1, Daniel Hyatt. So it's all in the outside. It was in the outside, one side, and now it's come back.
Timing on that finish
very
there.
Nice.
Lane 1, Daniel Hyatt. 43.59, so not quite as quick as we saw in the heat previously. But definitely a great personal best there from Daniel.
All right, the fastest heat we have, Billy Main. We've heard that name this weekend. He's from Wodonga City. He's got a 39.93. So... fantastic swimming area, the Albury and Wodonga area. They've got a lot of clubs, and they feature with a lot of top-class swimmers, and they've always had, you know, internationals come out of that area.
Some great breaststrokers being produced in Albury at the moment as well, as we watch Billy Main here take out this pack. Only one with an entry time sub 40, so these boys around him, they'll be all trying to get under that 40-second mark. But it looks like it will be Billy Main as he comes down under the flags. Give him a good little challenge there from lane 3 is Logan Gibson.
I always say if there's a good particular stroke coming out of an area, you know, a lot of the time it's down to the swimming teachers in that area teaching that. You know, they don't get enough credit, I don't think, swimming teachers, because they really set up the swimmers for the coaches to take them on, you know.
Yeah, they are an integral part of our process for getting these athletes to that high point, those national championships. It does begin in Learn to Swim, and that's where we lay down those foundational skills, those elements of technique that become super important as these kids get older. You know, particularly posture and body position in the water. So if we can set those up nicely, the rest comes a lot easier.
Completely. ...100 butterfly, 4 laps butterfly. Some people will be thinking, oh, on a Sunday morning, 4 laps butterfly, good grief. But, you know, comes naturally to some of these swimmers. It's a lovely stroke to swim fly once you get into that rhythm. And, you know, again, if you've learnt it well technically, you know, it pays off in the future forever and ever.
We have 3 heats in this event, and I can see coming up there'll be a few girls who will probably be quite happy it's a 100 butterfly because they did the 200 fly earlier this morning.
Yes.
So half the distance seems a lot easier than that 200.
But it's all pretty close. But out in lane 6, we've got Sienna Wood. Can she hold on down this final 25? I think she will. But in lane 5, Riley Sterenberg from Bendigo Hawks. She could try and haul her in, but I think Sienna's going to hang on there for a 1:14.38 PB.
The coach in me was so happy with Sienna then. She took her last breath at 5 meters left, kept her head down that last 5. So
Absolutely.
those great little skills, very, very exciting at the end of a 100 fly.
That's right. You got to practice those all the time. You know, in each race, you've got to try and swim your perfect race. And keep your head, even if you're nervous. You got to swim smart. So we've got 2 Traralgon swimmers in the middle, Emily O'Terry and Kayla Pratt.
We are missing Kayla from this heat.
Oh, are we?
She's opted
oh,
not
yes,
to
so we
swim.
have. I'm looking at my programme here. But again, lane 6 has got a lane. She's thinking that's Meg Conheady from Geelong Swimming Club.
Sophia Gilbert has led us around at the first 50 there. She's gone out into 32. Chatted to Soph before the start of this race. She said the focus was on the turns and her underwaters. So let's see. This is our final turn. Hits the wall. This is where those underwaters super important. She's off nice and deep. Beautiful tight streamline. Good skills under pressure as she comes down the final 25. It's Soph versus Meg here. Onto the touch.
Yes. Finished on a full stroke. Very
1:10.33.
nice.
It's a nice little personal best swim from Sophie there. I think she'll be happy to rewatch that and see she executed those skills that she was after.
That's right. You know, it doesn't matter about the time. Sometimes everybody wants a PB, but as you get older, it's about how you execute your races. All right, final heat here.
Jessica Whiting in lane 3, out quickly. Little pocket rocket from Traralgon. Sitting up beautiful and high in the water. Going with her was Jade King in lane 6.
It's fantastic how you can see that she turns her palms to the ceiling. She's got a very good rotation on her arms, so you can see it's a lot easier for her arms to come over. So she has quite a quick recovery.
And we'll be keeping a little bit of an eye on those girls in the middle. Sarah Steinman, known for her 200 butterflies, so she'll be strong in the second half. But Jessica Whiting's really set the pace here, and she's gone out quickly and said, catch me if you can, girls.
Absolutely. Lovely technique, lovely rhythm, beautifully low. Fantastic, 1:04.38, PB.
Sarah there sneaks her way into second, 1:05.7. And Brooke Briscoe finishes in third, 1:06.56. Event 55 in the water now. This is the boys 16, 17 years 100 metre butterfly. We have 3 heats in this event. And heat 1, nice straight line across the pool early on. As they come into that 50 metre turn, there's still not a lot between them. It looks to be lane 4, 30.92 for Lachlan Patterson of South Gippsland Bass. But only 1/100th separating him from Kane Reynolds of Warrigal. So all about this second 50. Nice turn there from Kane Reynolds in lane 3. Just pushed himself underwater into that lead spot. It was his birthday yesterday, and the birthday boy has taken out this first heat, 107.54. Hands onto the wall second there, Patrick Woolen from Traralgon Swimming Club, 108.36. Bit of a tough backup here for a couple of these boys who recently just swam the 400 freestyle, now into the 100 butterfly. Quick start in lane 6 from the Bendigo East swimmer, Andreas Guinness, 28.60. That nice long butterfly stroke. Put together a great third 25 there as well. Under the flags now, he's going to hold on for the win in heat 2. It's a nice time, 101.84. Big drop from Andreas. Look at those amazing skills there. Darcy Connell of Traralgon Swimming Club in lane 3, choosing to stay under the water a fair bit longer than the other athletes in this race, and it will be the 2 Traralgon lads who take out the first 50, 26.86 for Ash Nichols in 4. They are definitely the ones to beat here. Ash turning at the 75 metre mark, 1 lap left to go. Darcy, that fantastic underwater. He'll come up alongside him, maybe a little bit in front with just 10 metres left to swim. It's stroke for stroke. Darcy looks like he's in front. It's going to be timing onto the wall. He'll get there. 57.26 for Darcy Connell. 57.45. Big victory celebration there from Darcy. I think he's stoked about that one. It's a big drop in time from him too, so great job, Darcy Connell, Traralgon. Onto some speedy butterfly events now. These are our 18 and over 50-metre fly, event 56. The girls in the water here from heat 2. Just 3 heats in this event. Lane 3, Zoe Dowler from Traralgon taking out the second of those, 31.16. The mad dash that is 50 butterfly, an event that requires a lot of power and those awesome dolphin kicks and fly kicks underwater. The athletes can use the entire 15 metres to stay under. Off quickly there, Molly Cargill. She's had a great meet for someone who called in retirement after nationals. She told me she's spending a lot of time in the gym and she's looking quick here. I think she's going to take out this third heat. 28.59 for Molly. That is quick. She was moving. Second will go to Anna Mattel of Traralgon. This is now event 57. It's the boys' turn, 18 and over, 50-metre butterfly. We have 4 heats in this event. In the water, heat 1. It's good underwater there from Harry Sanderson of Geelong Swimming Club. This is a strong swim. Takes that last breath, timing onto the wall. Oh, he has taken an extra one, but holds on there. 31.07. He'll take out heat 1.
Here's the power event, the men's 50 fly. It's really important to count your strokes. Make sure you're finishing on a full stroke, because it's anybody's. And that final stroke, if you're just a smidge out, there we go, lane 4, 28.02, William Pendergrass, Traralgon.
And we do have to make note of a couple of athletes today racing on their birthday. So happy birthday to Samuel Reid, who was in that heat there, the swimmer from Traralgon.
Happy birthday. I think he got second. All right, we've got a few. Couple of lanes missing here. So lane 5, he's taking his chance. Jack Sharp from Warrnambool, he's leading this out. Great underwater work from him.
Gosh, could not really call that from the eye, but it will be lane 3 there. Austin Robbins, 26.55. Just in front of lane 5, Jack Sharp of Warrnambool, 26.63 for the boys.
Got some of the coaches in here again.
The
Dylan
battle
Muir.
of the bragging rights, I think, these 18 and over racers.
Yeah, well,
So
they're
come down
definitely
lane 3
practicing.
there. Brandon Wilson looking great on lap 1. Lane 4, good turn there. Joel Bailey of Traralgon.
Well, they're definitely practicing what they preach.
That's a quick swim,
Woo!
24.83.
That's fantastic, Joel Bailey.
Just
PB.
slightly over the record there. So a record from 2018, Brennan Swift.
Come on,
brother
let's
of
get...
Carter Swift.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Carter Swift, he's an international. Swims internationally for New Zealand. Wow, what a great swim. Be great to see a record go today, wouldn't it? That's what they're there for, to be broken. Here's the 100 IM. Only swum short course. So it's really good to see everyone attacking this event this week because you can only do it for half the year. See lane 3 there doing a flip turn. You can have the bucket turn, where you sweep round. There's the crossover turn, which is the controversial turn where some of the international swimmers have been disqualified. But and then there's the flip turn. So you can choose either one. We have lane 6 in the lead. Daisy Greening, she's from Warrnambool in that distinctive green cap. Looks like she's not going to let this go. Got a very strong leg kick coming into the finish, but a fight in lane 4 and lane 3. Estelle Karslake, Ballarat, Chloe Fairweather, Lara. Fairweather just takes it. Heat 2. Well, a commanding lead here from lane 4. Madison Pocklington from South Gippsland Bass and her teammate comes in. Jenna Tadgell. Very nice. And then third in lane 6 we have Caitlin Healy from Ballarat GCO. PBs again, it's marvellous. There's a lot of girls competing in this. We've got 10 heats of this 100 IM. Very popular event this morning. Lane 5, Amelia Wilson, Ballarat GCO, taking this out, but you can never tell because, you know, some people are really great breaststrokers, not so good on the fly. So if there's a gap, it usually means they're a good breaststroker coming up. Outside lane, lane 7. Using Hu from Geelong Swimming Club. But also in lane 3, really nice breaststroke there from Alice Walsh from the Surf Coast. And lane 4 coming back, Ella Misson from Traralgon, the local girl. Looks like it's going to be a battle between 4 and 7. Let's see who wants it more. Also, lane 1. Tegwin Somerville, East Gippsland Water Dragons. She's got a fantastic freestyle. Look at that. Takes it out in lane 1 with a 1:22.1. That's a 3-second personal best. Then it's the outside lanes, 7 and 8. Jeddah Tadjil, South Gippy Bass, and Indy Ward from East Gippsland. Their coach will be really happy at East Gippsland. Now this is more spearhead here. Lanes 4 and 5, Amelia Lofgren, South Gippsland Bass, and Grace Caulfield, Ballarat Gold. Taking it out on the fly.
So such a quick race. There's not a lot of time if you make a mistake to make up that ground. So it's really important timing all of those turns and finishes. Those skills have to be perfect.
All the girls chose the flip turn in the middle there, and they've all come out pretty even, so. We're just getting ahead in 3 and 5. We've got Evie Webb, Bendigo Hawks, and Grace Caulfield, Ballarat Golds. But again, it's a blanket finish at anybody's race.
It's going to be those 2 golden caps. I think lane 5 might have it here, Grace Caulfield of Ballarat Gold.
Excellent, under the 1:20, both girls. 3 seconds faster than they've ever gone.
Heat 5 in the water now. Quick start from the outside lane there. Leewin Niu from Geelong Swimming Club. Also going out quickly with her was Miranda Jans of Warrnambool. Those Warrnambool girls looking good at the halfway mark. Ruby Kenwright through into the front here after that backstroke leg. Watch out for these breaststrokers though. As Eliza Cooling took over that lead after the breaststroke leg. Very close between Eliza and Miranda. I think Miranda Jans in lane 5 will get the win there, 1:18.08. Cooling in second, 1:18.81. And Ruby Kenwright touches third from heat 5. Three-quarter mark leading us around. Lucy Pascoe, Bendigo Hawks. She's looked strong throughout this race. Can she hold on as the girls come under the flags? She does. 1:17.56 for Lucy there. Heat 7 completing their backstroke leg of the 100 IM. It will be lane 3 going through first. Holly Watson of Bendigo East. Great turn though from lane 1. Keziah Wolf from Mansfield, one of those smaller clubs we love to see represented here at our country championships. We have 33 clubs competing across this two-day comp over the weekend. Keziah Wolf turning in first there. She held on in that breaststroke leg. It's a lot of those girls in the middle though starting to make a little bit of a move up here as they come down. 15 meters left to swim. The race is on across the pool. Can Keziah Wolf hold on? The swimmer from Mansfield in 1. She does. 1:17.05. Imogen Wedding of Hamilton Olympics in second. 1:17.81. Just 3 heats left to go in this girls' 12-13 years 100-meter individual medley this morning. Heat 9 in the water, straight line, throw a blanket across them early on in this butterfly leg. No one really wanting to take the lead here. As they turn into the backstroke. Some good underwaters there. Lane 3, Chloe Slarek of Traralgon. Sorry, Chloe, if I've said your surname wrong. She's going to lead us through in the backstroke. Let's watch these breaststrokers start to shift their way through the field. And it's a great swim from lane 1 here, Taryn Aldred of Geelong Swimming Club. She'll turn first after the breaststroke. Lane 8 in the mix too. Another swimmer from Geelong, Abby O'Meara. So a bit of a sea of blue caps as we come down to finish. Taryn, she'll take the win there, 1:15.23 from that sneaky outside lane. It's a quick swim, 1:15. Those girls in heat 10. Up next, our 10th and final heat. Watch out for this one. Now, just interesting, very quick off the blocks in the middle there. Arabella Johnson. She looked about half a body length in front of the girls off the dive, so as they come into the backstroke here. Astrid Buchanan moves up in the field. It was a nice turn from the close side of the pool there in lane 2. Azia Fong Sutton, great backstroke. But here we go, the breaststrokers. Arabella Johnson in 4. Look at the lead she's gained just off that 25-metre leg. Astrid Buchanan turns in second. Kira Delaney there moves into third. The race is on for the minor placings here, but looks like Arabella Johnson will hit the wall in first. Her time, 108.88. Astrid there in second, 111.30. And then it was Kira Delaney in third from Wodonga City. In the water, we have event 59, the boys 12-13 years, 100-metre individual medley. We have 6 heats in our event today. And leading us through the breaststroke leg from heat 1, it's Zihao Wang of Geelong Swimming Club. He's got about a body length on Miles Crilly of Ballarat. You tend to see that gap widen as the boys turn from breaststroke into freestyle. These guys all with entry times around that 124, 125, and it's going to be a beautiful drop here as he touches the wall there, 118.83. Heat 2 in the water now of 6. So great to have so many junior athletes getting to race here at these 2024 UNCLOUD Victorian Country Short Course Championships. And what a great opportunity it is to have our live stream in action. Not only can our family and friends from all over Victoria watch these kids swim without having to be here in Traralgon for the weekend, but also these young swimmers get to go back home and watch the replay of their races on YouTube, and that's a massive thanks to the guys at Big Voice Media. They help set us up for our live stream, let us commentators do our thing, and we get to watch and be able to see what these swims look like. A lot of the time our coaches will be giving feedback, and if you can't see it, it's a lot harder to fix it. So massive thank you to the guys at Big Voice for everything you do as the boys come down in this final 25. Really close race here from lanes 3 and 4. We've got Harry Curl and Zihan Wang there touching the wall. Only 1/100 separated them. Harry just getting that fingernail on the wall first, 118.32 to take out heat 2. Heat 4 in the water here. Quick start there from lane 5, Jaden Tran of Traralgon Swimming Club. He got the best of the underwaters. Start to see those backstrokers pick up the pace. Jaden still our leader. Rory Hansen starting to make a little bit of a move there. So we watch those split strokes underwater. A great skill to be able to perform under pressure in these 100 IMs. You get a lot of distance off just that split stroke. Rory has closed the gap there on Jaden. Not a lot between them. Bit of a move as well from Shengyu Han of Geelong. But I think it will be Jaden Tran. He's led from start to finish, 112.66. He'll take out Heat 4. So this is Heat 5 of 6, the penultimate heat, leading us around there. Lane 5, Xavier Gray of Sales Swimming Club. This is a dominant swim from Heat 5. Close for second between our swimmer in lane 4, Daniel Wilkie, and Rex Brocklesby in lane 2. But Xavier Gray, 111.70. He'll be our leader at this point from Heat 5. Trying to set those quick swims early on, because any time from any heat is eligible for a medal here at Country Short Course Championships. Now keep an eye out for all the action in Heat 6. These are our fastest seeded entrants. Those middle lanes pushing forward at the halfway mark. Lane 4, Archer Marsland of Traralgon. Some swift turn from him. Fraser Nagel, though, on that underwater in lane 5. Popped up almost beside him. Archer just sitting up a little bit higher in the water here. It's a good breaststroke leg from him. He'll lead us around into the final 25. Fraser Nagel not far behind in lane 5, making a little bit of a shift up into the game. Luca Caniglia of Echuca. But it will be Archer Marsland onto the wall there, 105.98. Your winner of the boys 12-13 years 100 individual medley. Fraser in second, 106.72, and Luca 108.12.
And the girls are now turning in for their last 100 of this 400 IM. Out in first, we have Sky from Ballarat Gold. And it seems that this has been a combined heat between heats 1 and 2. And looks like Sky is comfortably going to finish this race in first, followed by Maya Kira Shaw from Shepparton in second. And it'll be Emma Pankhurst from Ruby Paulette, apologies, from Traralgon, and coming in third place. And this is our third or second heat. And looks like majority are all from Geelong. We have Olivia from Traralgon.
We have an infraction report for event 59, heat 4, lane 8. Not
All right, heat 3 of the girls 400 IM in the water now, and it is a very, very blue cap dominated event here. Geelong Swimming Club making up 7 out of the 8 swimmers in this race. And just out 1 Terrelgan, Olivia Bailey in 7. On commentary, on request, Jessie Steinman has asked me to jump on here for my favourite event of these championships, the 400 IM. Massive, massive fan of this grueling event. 4 laps of butterfly, 4 laps of backstroke, 4 laps of breaststroke, and 4 laps of freestyle. 400 IM, probably one of the toughest races on our swimming program. And you have to be such an all-rounder with that endurance as well. Leading us out here in the fly leg. It's a quick start from Zali in lane 3. She's gone around in a 107.68. Nicole Briscoe not far behind her. A bit better on the underwater from Nicole there into the backstroke leg. Expect to see a few shifts in this race depending on people's strengths. Backstroke, watch out for Celeste Alice in lane 5. Great little backstroker there. We've also got Jessie, really known for that 200 backstroke. She went 103 in the 100 backstroke yesterday. It's still those girls, though, in 3 and 4. Zali Snyders, Nicole Briscoe. Not a lot between them. You can make up so much ground just in those underwaters, off those walls. Save yourself and your arms by staying under that little bit longer if you have that breath hold, that lung capacity. As the girls come down to the halfway point here. It is still Zali versus Nicole. We've seen Zali's breaststroke improve over the last couple of years. Really started to work on it. Got a national time in it last season. Nicole, one of the older athletes in this field. She has the experience. But she's also had a very heavy program this weekend. We see her back up over and over again. You can see throughout this race some nice little pair-ups, side-by-side athletes. Look out, though, Jessie Steinman making a little bit of ground up in this breaststroke leg. She's a tough competitor as she comes through. That was a great underwater from her. She stayed under that bit longer, got that powerful split stroke. Nicole just taking the lead from Zali in this breaststroke leg. She's got about half a body length. As always, that lead, that gap can widen into the freestyle quite substantially. So important to hit the wall on that full stroke and bring it home strong. So it's Nicole, Zali, Jessie. They are our leaders. They're the ones who are going to be battling it out for the medals here. Celeste Alice in 5, not too far behind, but it might be a little bit too much ground to make up over this final 100. We don't tend to see some massive differences in the freestyle legs. And Zali just stepping it up here in the first 50 of that freestyle. She's breathing towards Nicole on this third leg of it. Nicole will be breathing towards her on the last lap. So I would never discount Nicole Briscoe on a final 25. She is a tough cookie. But look at the kick on Zali Snyders of Geelong. You can just see she's brought it in. She's bringing it home under the flags. Look at that finish. It's a fast swim there under the 5-minute mark for Zals. 4:58.13. Nicole in second, 5:01.33, and Jessie in third, 5:07.90.
Good morning. This 50 freestyle is fast and furious. We've got the second heat there. Georgia Rump, South Gippsland Bass takes it out on a 34-37. Like I say, PBs across the board. Fantastic swimming. Ava Lucas second from the same club. Chloe Harvey-Bredden third, only 10 years old. Great reaction time from these girls. It's a 50 freestyle. You must get in there quickly. Once again, it's anybody's race. You know, the middle lanes, they're meant to be, you know, seeded the fastest, but we've got lane 6 going out there. the quickest, which is Charlie Pendlebury from Warrigal Swimming Club. Local girl bringing it to Traralgon. But it's neck and neck coming into this finish. And it's lane 4 takes it out. Penelope Roberts, Kangaroo Flat. Second, lane 6 was Charlie Pendlebury. Heat 4 of these 6 heats. And again, blanket start. You've got to think about those underwaters. And again, lane 6, 7 and 8 are out there. Especially lane 8. We've got Camilla Menzies Lopez, Ballarat Gold. I've got a poolside view here, them coming in for the finish. 2 and 3. Ooh, 2 and 3, but no, it's 2, 8 and 3 for those lanes, doing a 33, 62, 68 and 78. So Emma Libbets, Camilla Menzies Lopez and Alani Wedding. Okay, we have Stella McIntosh here in lane 5. There are 2 firm friends in this. Lauren Davenport, her school friend, is in lane 4 in the next heat. Stella has taken this out really well. Nice long ranging stroke. Looks like it's going to be Lily McCormack as well. It's the Max in the middle. Lane 4 and 5. Yes, there we go. Stella McIntosh takes it out. 32.52. Lane 2, Ren Malone from Bendigo East, teammate. And then lane 4, Lily McCormack, the other Mac, doing a PB. So well done, everyone in that heat. So Lauren Davenport, she's also Bendigo East. They're flying today as a club, so they'll have a great little relay coming up, I should imagine. Lanes 4 and 5, but all of them turning very closely. So Millie Leisure, Geelong Swimming Club, and Lauren Davenport. I think Millie's just going to take it. Yes, she does. 30.61. Lauren Davenport, she gets third, 30.83. And it's equal third with lane 2, Rania Snyder's Geelong Swimming Club. You've seen at the Olympics, there's lots of dead heats. That was a dead heat. A fantastic swim from them both. Just can't even split them by 1/100th of a second. Somebody will have to grow their nails, I think, for the next race. That's fabulous swimming. These girls are only 11, going 30 seconds for a 50 freestyle. The boys' turn. Oh, look, outside smoker, lane 7. Abel Newman, Horsham Swimming Club. Little club there, Horsham. Doing very well, producing an outside smoker. He got a 2-second PB there. Here we go in heat 2. Well, it's a complete blanket, but lane 7 and lane 2 look like they're out there first at the 25. So that's Shengmin Han from Geelong Swimming Club, lane 7, lane 2, Phoenix Alderley from Geelong. So they were out there in the first lap. Let's see who can hang on and bring it home.
Lane 2 might be coming through.
He definitely is. And Geelong again in lane 7.
So
and
the Geelong boys.
Lanes 1 was second, so it was all on the outside there. Darby Smith from South Gippsland Bass. Sometimes it's good to be on the outside and looking in, so you can see those fast centre lanes, even though, you know, it's meant to be that you've got an advantage being on the inside looking out. Sometimes it's good to be able to sneak along on the outside and look in.
That's if you're looking in the right direction, because if you're looking away from your competitors, then
that's true.
You don't have that advantage.
Now, sometimes when they're younger, we often say that you've got to do your body dolphins off the dive, but I'm afraid, you know, if you're faster on the top of the water, if your body dolphins aren't quite as fast, sometimes it's best to get up and race, and that's what lane 6 has just done. Ethan Lynch here from South Gippy Bass. So he's used his strength of swimming to his advantage. Lane 2 takes it out though,
Looks like
and
Xander.
that's Xander from Traralgon, only 10. So fantastic swimming from him. Then Zayden Vine.
34.69, that's a nice PB.
Yeah, and then Ethan Lynch takes out third. Heat 4 of 6. Nice fast start there from the boy from Moe, Jensen Reed in lane 4. You could just see his cap ahead of the rest. But lane 5, Flynn Cox from Yarrawonga, one of my favourite words, and towns.
Have you actually been to the town?
I have. I bought some very lovely lemon curd from Yarrawonga.
Very nice.
Absolutely delicious. I love lemon curd. So, yeah. Whoever makes it there, it's fantastic Yarrawonga lemon curd. A beautiful town as well.
Great for the summer.
Yeah, well, lane 6 took that out. Dylan Dixon from Wangaratta, which is near Yarrawonga. Isn't Wangaratta out that way, I think? I'm sure it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up in the northern part of the state.
That's right. Right, last 2 heats.
Our fast boys coming up.
Last 2 chances to get that fast time in. And this really is
Looks like
the blue ribbon event for boys. Do love a sprint.
They certainly do. It starts young.
Emulating Kyle, or, well, Cam McAvoy now. They'll watch that and they want to be like him. Fantastic from Lara. He's only 10. Patterson Norman taking that out. Storm and Norman. That's what we need to call him, I think. Lane 5, Darby Blackwell from Seymour. Second. Oh no, he got third. And then Hayden Rawson from Traralgon.
And it's our
second.
final heat.
Billy Main from Wodonga. He's been on fire, Billy Main. And then we've got Ryder Telford, who's got that Swim Vic cap on. He must have been to the Australian Schools Championships representing
Possibly,
Victoria.
Yes. Wearing it proudly.
Well, I've got to say, Ryder Telford, I could see his cap first off that block. So both him and Billy Main are out there. It's duking it out, I think. Yes, the feet go over together. Bit more underwater work from Billy Main, but Ryder Telford.
Coming through. And also Bailey.
And then coming up in lane 6, Bailey Stone. But no, it's lane 4.
Billy Wodonga in a time of 30.13.
Ryder Telford second, and lane 3 was Owen Barnes. He came streaking out from Bendigo East. They've had a great boys 50 freestyle. There's another team that's going to do well in a relay.
Rising stars in that team. But to think that these boys are only 11 and 10 and they are swimming these amazing times. Well done, boys. Next we have event 63, the girls 14 to 15 100 metre freestyle. We have 9 heats. We have 4 swimmers in this first heat, and looks like Evelyn from Wangaratta will be turning around in first.
Yeah, usually on 100 freestyle, you know, it's quite a sprint for these 14 and 15-year-old girls. So usually people that get out there can hold on. Lane 6 turns first. Evelyn Selby from Wangaratta in a 32. Her best time is a 1:12, so I think she's going to do a good PB here. And she turns for the last 25. I think this is going to be a fantastic swim from Evelyn. Well under 110, I would expect.
And coming in
beautiful long rangey stroke, 107.61. Fabulous.
That's a beautiful PB. Well done to Evelyn.
Second, lane 4. Indy Reeve from Warrnambool in a 1:12, small PB there, and then Ellie Conway, third Warrnambool.
And heat 3 is in the water now. And in lane 4, Lara from Yarrawonga. Looks like she has turned in first. Just having a nice long stroke. The girls' times for this heat are around 109 to 110, so they'll be wanting to better that time. And looks like Lara from Yarrawonga has come in at first in a time of 1:08.43.
We have drawn the raffle for the weekend, so I'm announcing the prize winners. After I announce the winners, you can go and collect your prize from Renee, who is down there at the table with the prizes. The first winner is Ben Heiner. So Ben, you have won the first prize in the raffle, Ben Heiner. Second prize, Maddie Rafter. Third prize, Brides and Family. Fourth prize, Georgie Morrison. Fifth prize, Jake Bridges. Sixth prize, Eddie Simpson. Seventh prize, the McQuillan family from Sarona. Eighth prize is Kat Williams. Ninth prize is Josie Richard. 10th prize is Daniel Rafter. And the 11th prize is
Coming in strongly
thank you everybody
in lane 5.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Nina from Wangaratta in a time of 1:05.78. Hello, how are we? Another outside lane winning this race from Warragul. 1:05.54. Heat 6. In our freestyle, it's so important to have a strong, powerful kick to be able to move you through that water. And looks like Izzy from Ballarat is having a good swim alongside Ellie Cofield from Ballarat Gold. And looks like it'll be a tight finish for the first 3 placings of this heat. And Ellie has come in a time of 1:04.07. In second, Izzy in a time of 1:04.21. And in third, we have Zoe Davies from Warrnambool in a time of 1:05.06. We also like to aim for good underwaters in these races. And looks like Hannah Buchanan from Ballarat has worked them very well in these races. And looks like she'll be finishing strongly in a time of 1:02.50. Followed by Chelsea from Geelong. And in third, we have Alice from Wangaratta. Looks like we have a scratching in a lane 3, Emily from Bendigo Hawks. It looks like it's pretty even and down in the first 50. But you can see who has the stronger underwaters, and they make you travel further. So it's important to be able to practice those during your training sessions as well, as that then becomes evident in your races. And finishing strongly from South Gippsland Bass is Claudia. In second, we have an outside lane of Summer Morgan from Geelong. And in third, we had Alara from Traralgon. We're now on to our last heat. And this will be a quick dash of 4 laps. It's very even across all lanes. Looks like turning in first, we have a lane 4 is Ava Candy from Ballarat. This may be a tight race between Zali Schneiders from Geelong and Ballarat. And it will be Zali in first in a time of 58.57, followed by Ava Candy from Ballarat in 59.04. And in third, we have Jessie Steinman in a time of 1:00.11. That was a fast heat. Well done, girls. Now we're on to event 64, the boys 14 to 15 100 metre freestyle. We have 7 heats in this event.
We have a real presentation for event 61. Sponsored by Victorian and presented by Victorian Area 2.
In this heat we have 3 swimmers. We have Hayden, Aldrius and Charlie.
In first place, the winner of the gold medal in a time of 30.61 seconds,
And coming in first, we have Charlie Parker in a time of 1:01:05. Got heat 2 now in the water. And out in lane 7, Marshall Cropley from Traralgon seems to be having a good first 50. It looks like Sebastian Mansfield from Bendigo East is also having a good one. And he will maintain that lead, finishing in first in a time of 58.40. That's a very nice PB, maybe his first time under the 1 minute mark. He seems to be very happy with that time. Well done. And the teats are just going to be getting faster. It certainly is a swimmer's dream to be under that 1 minute mark for the 100 freestyle. Out in lane 4, Dainura, apologies if I've said that wrong, it's having a nice long stroke, but out in lane 1 we have Oliver from Ballarat Gold finishing in a time of 59.26, also going under that 1 minute mark. Up to heat 4. And we just keep getting faster. Out in first, we have Xavier from Bendigo East. And he's maintaining his lead going into this last 25 metres. And Xavier comes in a time of 57.09. Also shout out to McConnell Malone from Bendigo East, also going under that 1 minute mark.
All right, second last heat. So we're well under the minute now. Marley Sutherland there. That's good, lane 4, so this is going to seeding. Matthew Mace from Ballarat Gold. He turns first at the 50 and at the 75. Next to him in lane 3, we've got William Simmons, South Gippsland Bass. Williams seems to be coming back a bit. It's going to be touch for touch, and he gets it. 56.60, a nice PB from William Simmons there. Second, Matthew Mays, 56.82, and lane 2, Cody said from Traralgon, the younger of these two age groups, 14-15, with another good PB. Last heat. Well, we have in lane 8 Aidan Burton. He's now at the Traralgon Swimming Club. I had the pleasure of coaching him when he was a little tacker back at Sale. It's nice to see him, and he's getting out there. They're all out together. It's anyone's race. It's very close, these men's 100 freestyle. All over the world, you know, Olympic final was really close, apart from the Chinese winner, of course. But, yeah. We're looking at lane 4, 5 and 6 now, just breaking away. Lane 3 is hanging on. See what they can do on the last 25. So I think it's the far lane. Lane 6, Zachary Sherbut dominating now in lane 4, the fastest qualifier in a 53.72. Oliver McCormack, Ballarat Gold. That's a PB for him and a really fast time. Lane 3, second, Jacob Ritchie's from Geelong Swimming Club. And he's only 14, so the younger of the age groups. And in lane 6, Zachary from South Gippsland Bass. And he also did a nice 1 second personal best time. Well done. Some fast swimming this morning. Now, really a pet event for me, the 200 fly. It's one of my better events. I can't say, you can say it's your favourite because it's probably the most successful that you've had. But to be honest with you, it's a hard event. There's a lot of hard events, but yeah, when the piano falls on your back and with about half a lap to go, you're just fighting to get to the end. It feels like your stroke's completely fallen apart, which it hasn't, of course. It still looks really good from these boys, but they will be toughing it out over that final 25. So bravely in lane 4, we've got Cody Said from Traralgon, 14 years of age. He's taken this out. Personal best time of 2:24. This looks like he's going to turn in quite close to the 60-second mark. 1:01.91, and it's actually... They must have put 2 heats together. Because it's Edward Meddings. James Meddings, should I say. That's in lane 4 that's taking this out. So they must have condensed the 2 heats. Fantastic, hitting a 1:35. So if they can come back, they're going to get well under 1:10. If they can come back in a 33, that's a 2:08. Cooper Sutherland's PB is a 2:08.96. Let's see if he can do that. I think he can. But in lane 3, we've got Cameron Rashini. He's had an absolute blinding swims. 2:08.39, fantastic, with a PB of 2:15 before that. Then we have lane 7, a 2:13.63. Brodie Cargill showing his toughness, and lane 6 in 3rd place. That is Austin Robbins. Now we've had these heats switched around. As you can see, that was the fastest heat, heat 2, and now we've got heat 1. So things have just been, I think they're just trying to trick me here on the on the commentary, just to keep me on my toes. But so we have heat 1, the slightly slower heat. We have Marley Sutherland, Ballarat Gold. He's going out first in a 30.3, so he's really taking this out. He's got a 2:28 PB, and if that's anything to go by in that first 50, he's going to do a huge personal best time in this event. Then we've got lane 6, which is Hugh Monroe. He's from South Gippsland Bass, 15 years of age. He's been brave enough to take it out. And also out in lane 8, Oscar Cook from the Warrnambool Swimming Club. So at 100 metres, the turn-in under 1:10 in a 1:07.08 from lane 2, Marley Sutherland. Now, you would just perhaps be breathing single strokes and then just throw in a double. So I would have liked on my third 50 to have done breathe, single, single, then double, hold, single, single, then hold your breath for one, just to keep your body position nice and high, because you can start to climb up and start breathing up, 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 and it's as if you're going uphill. A little bit like that when lane 4 came into that finish, Cody said, trying to get onto a full stroke. It was like he was just climbing a little bit. Now he looks a lot lower on this final 50. And I don't think there's any doubt that he's going to take this out. Let's hope in lane 6 that Human Row can hold on for second, holding off lane 2, Marley Sutherland from Ballarat Gold. And I think that's how it's going to go. Yes, 2:20.38, that's an 8-second PB from Cody said. Marley Sutherland gets third and Human Row second. And fourth is Oscar Cook from Warrnambool. Now, swimming that far, 200 flight, those boys deserve a personal best time. And most, all but one, have done a PB, so well done. They've had a big program tackling this 200 fly on the second day. I've got to say, that shows some toughness. All right, here's the girls 18 and over 100 IM. Short and sweet. 25 of each stroke. For these older ladies, should I say, they've obviously got the experience and the size to be able to get out there really fast.
And this is a tight finish for first and second. But in first, we have Jordan Cargill from Traralgon coming in first in a time of 1:06.53. And in second, we have, in first, we have Molly Cargill, I'm assuming the sibling, in a time of 1:06.53. And in second, we had Nicole Briscoe in 1:06.64. And in third, we had Stephanie Moran from Bendigo East. And this is our first of 3 heats of event 67 of the boys 18 and over 100 IM. And coming in strongly from Traralgon, William Pendergrast in a time of 1:05.82. This is our last heat. And out in lane 7, Joel Bailey from Traralgon is having an amazing swim. We're coming in at the turn in lane 4, we have Cameron from Geelong. Now on to our backstroke. So the ledges are back into the water. Getting ready for the start. We have now event 68, the girls 16 to 17 backstroke, and we have 4 heats in this event. And coming in first in lane 4 in a time of 1:14.25, we have Sienna Wood from Warragul. In second, Lara Riddle from Ballarat in 1:15.41. And in third, we have Alexandra Nicholson from Warragul. And up to heat 2. Another outside swim in lane 8. We have Sophie Gilbert from Geelong Sharks. And this is heat 4, our last heat.
Nicolette Wright's birthday. Oh, she must be at her own party. Well, if you're watching at home, Nicolette, have a happy birthday. It is a Sunday, isn't it, as well? Yeah, me too. I would have eaten so much cake, I wouldn't be able to swim. Oh.
Everything I just said.
That's okay,
It's
but
all right.
we were
Happy
wishing
birthday.
Nicolette Wright a happy birthday, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
That was a good
So
time
out
from
in-
those girls, a 105 in the 100 back. That's fantastic.
By Olivia.
105.01. Do you know, backstroke in this country is women's backstroke. In fact, women's swimming in general, it's just
across the board, even
strong.
in Paris, across all disciplines.
Yeah.
Women have been so strong.
Go the girls.
It's been great.
I mean, we love the guys, don't
Oh,
we?
absolutely. Can't forget about them,
support
but-
them wholeheartedly, but you've got to say, you've got to
acknowledge
you've got to give credit where it's due, haven't you? That's
Absolutely.
right. Now we're down to the last event of this morning.
Our boys.
Talking to the boys, come on, boys,
Now it's
prove
their
us wrong.
time to shine.
That's right, get a record. Nathan Foote, 56.61, that's what we're after. Now, Ash Nichols, he could get this because he has a personal best time of 56.64, so just 3 100ths off that record. I feel like going up and talking to him. In fact, I think I just might and ask him if he doesn't mind doing the record for us this morning.
Who's doing a record? Ash.
Ash Nichols, let's have a word. I'll go and have a word with him.
And that was a close finish. Heat 2, we've just had a little bit of a delay with the ledges. As we said yesterday, they're using the starting ledges. Part of their foot must be on the touchpad though, so usually toes go on the touchpad, balls of the feet go on that ledge to give them a bit of lift.
Fantastic over the top. Some of those boys have gotten under the water, right out of camera shot there, but they're only allowed to go 15 metres if you go any further than that. And so the second red discs that they're just coming past now, on the first lap, that's the 15-metre mark. So they must surface before that 15 metres. That's fantastic. Lane number 6. Taj Hewen from Bendigo East. We've heard that club's name quite often this morning. He's taking it out for the last swim of the morning. And over he goes down this last 25. He's done his body dolphins, streamlined past those flags. Got to do that. If you're going to be a good backstroker, it's all about the underwater short course. Lovely, 104.02, it's PB for him. Second, lane 4, Thomas Costello, Ballarat Gold. And third, lane 3, Bo Turner from Warrnambool. Okay, now we've got Ash Nichols in this event. His entry time is very close to this record. He says I'm sure he's very tired. He's done event after event, but Ash is the consummate racer. So let's see if he can do this. And we also have a birthday.
Thomas Smith from Geelong. Happy birthday.
Yes. A PB, no pressure, but a record and a PB would be a great birthday present, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would.
Well, here's to our last heat, our last event for session 3.
Oh, beautiful underwaters there, you got to say. Very classy. So they're coming over this first turn at about 13.5, so
and those
that's looking good. So we're looking at 56.6. So
And
look at about a 28, if he can turn in a 28. Yes, 28.78. And 29.13 from the Tom Urquhart. And lane 2, Jack Lanyon, Ballarat Gold turns, but Ash is coming 44 seconds. So if he can get back in a 12-second last 25, I don't know if it's a big ask, but he's only got 5 metres to go. No, not a 56, but if it will take a 58, 53. Very nice. Lane 4, Ash Nichols. Lane 6, Darcy Connell gets in there with a fantastic last 25 and gets under the minute.
And that concludes our session 3, our morning session for our second day.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back at 1 p.m.
I can't believe how quickly time is going.
Time does go quick at these events.
It's been a fantastic morning again, and we're just looking forward to tonight, this afternoon's final session. It's a beautiful day here in Traralgon, and we look forward to seeing you at 2:30. Is that
1 p.m.
Oh, 1 p.m.
1
Sorry.
p.m.
It's earlier today. They pushed it back yesterday, but we're on time.